The families of Raymond Fife of Warren and Esther and Ashley Cook in Trumbull County have waited years for justice in their murders. They are among the victims whose killers are sitting on death row with no execution dates in sight. And just this month, Trumbull and Portage County's prosecutors sent a joint letter to state leaders urging them to resume executions. This afternoon, Trumbull County prosecutor Dennis Watkins shared with me why he says the time is now for the state to find a way to carry out the punishment. You and the Portage County prosecuting attorney, you have sent this letter to lawmakers asking them, urging them to restart executions here in the state of Ohio. It's been 7 years since we have seen a state execution. Why do you believe this letter is going to be the thing to light the fire to restart them again?
The fact that we haven't had an execution since 2018, presumably because of the inability of obtaining drugs from pharmaceuticals, does not change the narrative today, because with willpower we are seeing record levels of states carrying out executions, including our neighboring state of Indiana didn't have an execution for 15 years. Yet, in order to bring about the decision of a judge and a jury, they had an execution last year and another one this year. Florida carried out, so far this year, 10 executions. So we have seen 10 states resume. Ohio needs to resume. My letter speaks from my heart, my experience dealing with victims and doing my job.
Ohio Governor Mike DeWine has said that he does not anticipate any more executions during his tenure, which is into 2026. Knowing that, also his announcement claimed the state can't secure the drugs used in lethal injections. Wondering if you're hearing if other states are having trouble obtaining those medications, or if you have questions about that.
Well, I can't speak for the governor. I've worked with him on some of the appeals, including Danny Hill, and his office has been successful in upholding the death penalty for some of these evildoers. However, I suggested in a letter, as Dave Yost did in another letter, that we have drugs possibly available through the federal government. When Donald Trump was president, he carried out executions. Joe Biden didn't. He commuted 37. I think that was unconscionable. He never talked to a victim, never looked at the crime, and washed away the decisions of judges, appellate courts, and juries. That's wrong. We have in Ohio a system of justice with its citizens as jurors and our judges that we elect and our prosecutors that we elect doing the same good work as they're doing in Florida, Texas, South Carolina, Alabama, Louisiana, all these other states that are carrying them out. And I'm offended that I get this, well, we could have an innocent person here. Well, the 56 that have been executed in Ohio since it was resumed, the death penalty, in 1976, and we had a new statute, I don't see anybody pointing out they're innocent.
Would you recommend an alternative method, and which one would you recommend if they cannot get
I supported the nitrogen gas method. I testified before a committee last year. The Prosecutors Association supports alternatives. We got a case, I think in Utah it's coming up, there might be a firing squad. I think you need to get it done. And I, as a person who has great respect for our founding fathers and the Constitution. The Constitution explicitly mentions the death penalty. It is a reasonable penalty for the most serious capital offenses.
You've listed several cases here in Trumbull County, Portage County as well. Can you talk about the victims that you want to see justice for?
Esther and Ashley Cook. This was a case that I tried with my staff on 9/11, 2001.
And the evidence has been proven in this case.
Stanley Adams murdered 3 people in Trumbull County and is a suspect in other murders, including one that has DNA. He was in prison twice for violent crimes, including a sex offense. So he got his treatment and rehabilitation. That man was convicted in 2 different trials for killing 3 human beings, including a child. He has no appeals pending for 10 years. This is the major problem. This man should be executed like all the evil killers of multiple people and children in other states that are doing its job today. Ohio is no different than Indiana, Texas, Florida, and these other states. We have the same laws. We have as good as people working the judicial system as they do. And I'm one prosecutor, and I've been reelected 11 times. I have an obligation to fight, and I will fight also for Miriam Fife and for Raymond Fife to get the job done. If I'm out of office, and that's not too far away, I'm the longest serving, and I'm in my 70s, I want to go out knowing I did my best and I tried to get it done.